Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It is today, guys, one of the biggest changes that EA has made in terms of content in this game in a long time. The paid season pass is here today, and we're going to take a look at how it is going to play out today on FC25. Now, that's not the only thing to discuss. This loading screen right here with a bunch of news about League One Team of the Season, including 4 Playstyle Plus players, some official stats, and some interesting card designs related to Team of the Season that we need to discuss today. We got to look at a whole bunch of leaks as well, because we know almost the whole leaked squad of League One TOTS, including some of those official stats on those players. Let's get into it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Now let's start things off by looking back at yesterday's Wednesday content and SBCs and evolutions, where there was some pretty good stuff yesterday. Firstly, with a new showdown upgrade system. We all know that showdown cards get a +2 for whoever wins the match that the showdown is for, but now there's another upgrade on the line here. Let's skip right to the good stuff. The showdown winner will get a third playstyle plus added to the card, as well as the +2 overall. It says alongside its regular upgrade. So Arda Güler, Ansu Fati, that's the showdown SBC duo we have right now. Whoever wins between Real Madrid and Barcelona in El Clasico, the cup final this weekend, +2 and a third playstyle plus, putting a lot of importance and hype on this showdown set of SBCs. Now, Arda Güler's card looks pretty good. 5-star skills, he can play cam, right wing, right mid. Good playstyles for sure. Every ball control playstyle, good passing playstyles, of course, the finesse plus. The rolls are a bit of an issue with him, and so is the price. He's 5 squads. This is really abnormal, guys. I've actually already completed the Ansu Fati SBC because he's so much cheaper than Arda Güler. How is one of them 96,000 coins, Ansu Fati, and Arda Güler is 170k? Most of the time when EA drops showdowns, they're almost equally priced. Sometimes they have the exact same requirements. This time it couldn't be more of the opposite. I find that really interesting they've gone ahead and done that. But I will say this, with a third playstyle plus and the +2 on the line, you imagine this Ansu Fati card getting the +2 for 96k, going at 99 pace, 96 dribble, up to 90 shooting, and 89 passing with a third playstyle plus. That looks like a really fun card. You could say the same thing for the Arda Güler. Pick your side or do both SBCs and get an upgrade guaranteed for whoever plays and then wins in this game. So that was the first thing that EA changed for a card type yesterday. We'll take a look at the end of an era here in a second, but let's go to the rest of yesterday's SBCs, where we had the refresh of the campaign player pick. They made it better. It's an 89 plus instead of an 88 plus, but they took away one of those player pick slots. It's a 1 of 3 instead of a 1 of 4, and to be honest, for an 85 and 87 rated squad, I'm taking my fodder, as I already did, to the Ansu Fati SBC instead of doing that. Unless you're hunting an extinct evolution card or something like that, this may not be the best SBC to do right now before team of the season. One SBC that I think is worth doing if you have some leftover fodder from the daily grind and craft is the refresh of the 81 plus tradable team of the week. I got very unlucky yesterday. I was doing an 84 plus untradable team of the week pack, and I packed 86 rated Rafinha. Very hyped card earlier on in the year, and for evolutions, he still sells for 70k. Too bad I didn't pack him tradable, as I did the next card from this pack I opened was like a 19,000 coin inform, so no real profit made there. But if you've got a bunch of 84s and 5s laying around in your club, you might as well turn that into some potential coinage, and you could pack somebody who sells for 50, 60, 70, maybe even more than that 1,000 coins, because this is a tradable pack. So in the next week that's out, I think that is worth a try. Now, that was the SBC content yesterday. Let's go to evolutions, where we had a really good Evo yesterday, guys. Ball winning defender. You know it's a good Evo when me, somebody who doesn't grind Evos all the time, just at my leisure basically, has already placed somebody into it. This evolution is awesome because the stat limits, guys, we can go above 90, not just to 91 or 90 even, but 92s and 93s. Look at the state of this Doomfreeze card, a guy that I've used in my team this year for many games. The whole point of this evolution is to turn a right back into a center defensive midfielder, but that in turn actually ends up creating a really insane right back who you probably still want to use in that position, because you get a big passing, dribbling, and of course defense and physical boost. For this one here, you get Intercept Plus and Long Ball Plus, but you also get some other good playstyles along the way, like Tiki Taka. I think there might be one more. No, that's just it. You get Intercept Regular, and you get Long Ball Regular too. If you don't have, if you have other playstyle pluses on your card, you get a skill move boost up to 4, you get a weak foot boost up to 5, and again, it's the actual stat limits of this going above 90 that makes it good. And with all the other evos that we have had out recently, guys, the chains for this are awesome. I mean, these aren't even some of the best chains in here. I'm just looking on Footbin and showing you guys some of these, but you can take Kyle Walker, for example, right now. He can go into multiple of these Gladiator and Hawk evolutions, and he ends up being an insane 92 rated card. That's not even the best Evo chain for him. There's actually some really good Evo chains that you can do with the ball-winning midfielder here, this evolution, and the daily or defensive driver. The defensive driver and ball-winning midfielder. There's some pretty insane chains that you can do with that. I'm trying to find one right here at the top of Footbin as I'm just searching through some of these cards. But if you look through some of those chains, if you're trying to figure out who to put into this, that is 100% something to consider, because those two evolutions together are creating some really, really insane cards. So that's one thing I did want to mention out of yesterday's content there. And for 25,000 coins, again, the cards that are coming out of this, phenomenal, man. Take a look at some of these cards too that are up like crazy on the market. This Mycon, right? We looked at him earlier in the week. He was 200,000 coins, spiked for the Evo, didn't get into it, dropped back down to 270. Now he can fit the Evo, and he's up to 430,000 coins. It's crazy just the amount that some of these cards that are on the market are going up. Kyle Walker, his Manchester City card, which is no longer in packs, of course, is going up like crazy. He's 17,000 coins extinct. Kyle Walker's Milan card is 9,000 coins. He was 3K before this evolution came out. So it was nice to get a really good Evo, and there's another new Evo that is leaked that looks pretty good as well. So GG's to EA for that one. That one's creating some fun chains. Make sure you check that one out. Now, we kind of showed this screenshot already, but this is one of the other big parts of content yesterday that's flying under the radar a little bit right now, but I think this is actually going to become a huge W a little bit later on. End of an era player items will now receive a chemistry boost upgrade, which it says here will now give icon level chemistry in addition to a club point, right? Because icons don't have a specific club, they just have the icon league, right? So the example here, and I can show you one in my club right here, is the Alex Morgan. Alex Morgan in this squad with nobody else but her and Rafael Varane, who was an end of an era until I put him into an evolution. He does not get the chemistry boost because he is not an end of an era card design. I know some of you guys might be asking already, what if I Evo Varane or Evo Alex Morgan? Nope. If you change the card design, they lose the chemistry. It's just like a Grassroots Greats or a Globetrotters promo from earlier in the year. The card chemistry comes through the card design. But as you can see here, Alex Morgan's on 3 chem points, and she is getting that through the USA links and because of the other chem that she gives. It's basically icon chemistry plus a club length, and that's awesome. But that tells me that there are more end of an era player items that are going to be coming out soon via SBCs, maybe in the season pass through objectives that are coming today as well. But if EA's making this change, which is a tremendous W change in my opinion, not something I would have really ever planned or thought that they would do, but if EA's making that change, there's definitely something coming down the line for that. So that was all the content from yesterday. The last thing actually to mention as a part of that was the Bundesliga TOTS vote. We had the Prem vote. I believe that's maybe over now. I haven't even checked, but we have the Bundesliga vote that is out now as well. It kind of goes League One TOTS, then our voted on Prem TOTS will be next, and then our voted on Bundesliga TOTS will be after that. So our second vote is live now here. Make sure you go ahead and get your votes, cast your votes. I will say this, from the list of attackers that they have here, I felt like we were missing out on a couple, man. And some of these midfielders, this is going to be a very interesting team of the season. You got Harry Kane, you have Garassi, Ekitike, Openda. Those are all going to be very popular cards. Sesko as well. But there's so many insane midfielders. You look at this list of players: Xhaka, Wirtz, Simons, Musiala, Olise. I think you have Kimmich in here as well. I mean, there's going to be some players that don't end up getting into the actual TOT squad that maybe deserve so out of the midfield, and even for the defense, some really interesting cards inside of there. So really interested to see how that Bundesliga team of the season pans out in terms of the fan vote there. But of course, you can take a look at that EA tweet and go ahead and get voting on that. That was all the content yesterday. I guess the other thing to consider with the content was the market was still dropping. A lot of player prices still falling. But does that end today? It's time to talk about the season pass, guys, because the season pass is out. like maybe now you might be watching this video and you're like, Nate, the season pass is already out. I'm not going to talk about it forever because obviously I'm recording this just a couple hours before the season pass comes out, but we have leaks. We think we know how this is going to work, and I want to kind of quickly look through that and explain that with you guys because that's the biggest thing for today, for sure, right? This is the first time we've ever had a paid season pass. We've had the leaks, we've had the build-up, we've had the how is this going to work question, the wonder of are these rewards going to be that good? And man, with the leaked cards that we have, guys, because we have all of the leaked cards, there are so many of them. EA is trying to make a really good case to make this season pass worth our investment being paid. The rumored cost is 500,000 coins and 1,000 FC points. That's a rumored cost. Ribery is indeed the final player to unlock at level 40 or level 45, whatever the end of the season is going to be. Ferran Torres, we've looked at that official card with 4 play stop pluses. He's going to be in there. We've got Dan Burn. We have a Goossens card. There's even a couple more players that we have leaked as well. Some really massive names and some just so many cards. I want to show you guys those here in a second. Tradable packs. That was a part of some of the original leaks, and it sounds like that is going to be a part of the season as well. And that might be EA trying to give us tradable packs to try to make our coin, 500,000 coin investment into this, worth it. Maybe you have some tradable packs and you can try to make some coins back from that initial investment. It doesn't sound like there's going to be any FC points given out that would make you be able to like pay for the next season pass after this one. I know that's very popular in some other games, and that's something that we would hope to see as a part of this, but at least for this one, I don't know if they're going to give back FC points. I think that would have been leaked beforehand if it was going to happen. And he says plus more. Guys, how can we not talk about the evolutions, right? And as I keep thinking about all this stuff, that Ribery card, you think about this Ferran Torres, this is the full list of players that is allegedly leaked in the season pass. That is a ton of players. Look how many flashbacks there are in here. How many team of the season moments. The Dan Burn. Kenny Lala is getting a card. A FIFA legend is back. Quickstep, Intercept, and Incisive on a solid-looking League One flashback card. If he's early in the season pass, that's going to be incredibly usable for this first week of team of the season. We've got a Chiesa flashback. Michy Batshuayi flashback with 95 shooting. We got a Pepe flashback card. He's had some insane cards in FIFAs of old. Cuadrado, Lissandro Martinez with long ball intercept as a center defensive mid. You've got a Donny Van de Beek, who's almost 9 Golden Gang, just apart from a little bit of physical missing with Tiki Taka pinged and finesse. This is a lot of value. A lot of value of cards for 500,000 coins or the 1,000 FC points. That Ribery, sure, he's at the end of the season, but like, how much would that card be on the market? Even, let's say, a month and a half from now, a month from now, when you're able to complete the season. That's a really crazy card. Same thing with the Ferran Torres. Man, this is looking really good. This is looking really good. I would say these Germany cards down here at the bottom make me think that every single season has a theme, right? Whether it's a nation or a league. This might be the German-related or German-themed season for some of those. You know, we had like the England one. We had the Saudi one. I know, it was just an England one. There was a Portugal one, I think. There was a French one. We had kind of those themed seasons, right? Looks like that is continuing here with Germany. But you look at all those players. You think about the max 94 and 95 Evos and the packs that are going to be a part of this as well. 500,000 coins is seeming like I'm going to be paying 500K today to do this. Just that's how I feel looking at the amount of value that I'm seeing in this. We'll just have to see how it feels, though, when this is actually released. That's my biggest question. When it's out, how does it look? Are the rewards actually as good as they feel from the leaks, or is it not that good? We'll just have to see. Again, 500,000 coins is the leaked and rumored amount, and the 1,000 FC points as well. Remember, I will say this too. If you do plan on buying this paid season pass, the creator code does still exist if you want to support the channel. That link is down below in the description. And before you say, Nate, you're a sellout, you guys are doing great at not using FC points to buy that. You're doing great at using coins because I have made $17 for my creator code in the past couple of months. So good on you guys. But that option is there if you plan to do that. But I had to be transparent and honest and tell you guys that because it's not as big of a deal as a lot of people make it out to be. Now, let's talk about moving on from that. Let's talk about the team of the season, League One McDonald's, the Golden Arches team of the season here with this little screen that EA has placed in game. Official teaser, if you will, for the top stars of D1 Arkema League One and the Eredivisie. Of course, you've got Ousmane Dembele, you've got Lindsay Heaps, formerly Lindsay Horan, aka the Budget Puteus on this channel, and Stein from the Eredivisie. Those are the 3 cards right there. And then the really interesting thing as a part of this are the other card designs, specifically that purple one. What is that purple one? Guys, that is TOTS Highlights. I don't think we've had any, or maybe there's been one named player that is a TOTS Highlights card. It's really intriguing. Like, the purple is going to be a standout difference from the normal blue that we see that is the entirety of Team of the Season. Really curious to know what makes that card special. Is it just kind of a different type of a Team of the Season honorable mention, right? Because we've got TOTS cards, we've got the regular card design. This is the red card design for Foot Champs player picks. We've got regular Team of the Season honorable mention, which is blue on the outside of the borders instead of gold. So that's an honorable mention card versus the real one. And then we have the purple TOTS Highlights. That's really interesting to me. I hope we see some more leaks and news about what that is. Will it give a different chemistry boost? We had TOTS Plus cards last year. We haven't heard anything about that this year. Or is it just another way to put cards in packs and make it interesting? You know, I'm not sure. But I will say this. Looking at this graphic, 4 playstyle pluses on cards. That Ousmane Dembele is going to have 99 pace and 97 dribbling, and he's 5-star, 5-star with low driven, finesse, pinged, and rapid. That is going to be absolutely busted. That card looks crazy, man. Now, as we take a look at the leaks, we guys have the full leaked team of the season for League One. Now, these are not the official stats, and again, we're not expecting all of these to have 4 playstyle pluses, but all of the names are in. So I do want to scroll through this with you guys. We've got the Ousmane Dembele, we've got Marquinhos, we got Vitinha, Barcola, Nuno Mendes, Joao Neves, Jonathan David breaking the PSG scroll there. We've got Cherki, we've got Pacho. Now, we do have a couple of official cards for Pacho and Joao Neves. They look insane. Jonathan David's going to be an insane card. He always is good. Cherokee going to be a nice one too. We'll just have to see what the playstyle pluses end up being. We've got Tolisso, Akliucci, Zakaria, Alexandro, Gessend, Jonathan Klaus, Rulli, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who is not French, he's Danish, but he's finally getting a Team of the Season card. Never got any cards with Spurs, but here we go for Marseille. Andre Santos, and Rabiot. Now, as I look through a lot of these, like Højbjerg, Gessend, Alexandro, Zakaria, Akliucci, Tolisso maybe, those look like kind of our cards that we'll be packing the most for sure. But, you know, some of these other ones, especially as I show you guys the official stats for this Joao Neves, like, what is that card, bro? 4 playstyle pluses, first touch, tiki-taka, incisive, and intercept, 96 dribble, 94 pace, 94 physical. That looks absolutely insane. If you've used or played against his future star card, you know that he's very, very good in game as well. So that's, I think, kind of a taste of the 4 playstyle plus potential with these cards. Now, here's another interesting leak. Official stats for Pacho. He's also got 4 playstyle pluses. Now, notice he's 95 rated. I wonder if it'll be cards over 95 rated have the 4 playstyle pluses, and cards below 95 will only have 3. That's just my guess. Looking at these first couple of leaks, we'll probably find out more about official stats for this team of players and the D1 Arkema and the Eredivisie later today. But, I mean, this is kind of like a 3 playstyle plus card because first touch plus on a center back, that's a bit odd. But block, anticipate, and jockey with 93 pace, 95 defending, and 94 physical, that is pretty insane. And you'd have to imagine that this card wouldn't be that expensive as a 95 rated Team of the Season. Yes, he's got PSG links, but there's going to be a lot of TOTS cards that come after this that look very similar to that. If that's kind of like a good center back that's going to be a Team of the Season player, this could only be a couple 100,000 coins, and that's going to mean a lot of pain for the rest of the market. Maybe it'll be a bit more than that to start because of hype of 4 playstyle pluses, but like that to me doesn't seem like a card that's going to be worth more than 400,000 to 500,000 coins next week during Prem Tots or the week after that. And that's cool. That's really cool with those stats that we're going to be getting some insane cards like that at this stage of the game. So I will say this, watch out for more leaks for official stats on the rest of this team today. I would be shocked if we don't have the full team leaked by later tonight or early tomorrow on Friday as we get into League One Team of the Season Friday. Now, we do have some names. We don't have as much stats, but we do have names for the D1 Arkema. There was also a rumor that there's going to be 60 TOTS cards in packs. I think it was Foot Agent himself tweeted that there's going to be like 60 TOTS cards in packs with the League One, with the D1 Arkema, with the Eredivisie, and then I'm guessing if you add in honorable mentions and TOTS highlights players, That's a disgusting amount of players in packs. Like, that's crazy. Usually for a team of the season, we have like 2 squads worth of players, even with the added league, and then maybe a couple of team of the season honorable mentions like last year, and that was it. Now 60 players allegedly. That's wild. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see the official stats and the official teams coming out for that, because that seems almost too good to be true. But you got a lot of Lyon and PSG in this one here. Guilloro, Chawinga, Karchawi, Renard, Dumornay. You've got Gilles down here. You've got, that's not Harain, obviously. That is Heaps with their last name change. You have Savava as well, formerly from the women's Madrid side. I mean, some of these are going to be very good in game. You know Renard. She's got a team of the year. Her card's very good. Same thing with Karchawi. Chawinga's got some very overpowered cards as well. Dumornay has had a couple of really good informs. The budget Puteus herself, Heaps, that's going to be a fun one there as well. And the Eredivisie, I'm actually really looking forward to this team, just because this type of, like, the lower tier squad in terms of team of the season always produces some absolute gems and so many cards. You buy 2 or 3 of them, or you pack 2 or 3 of them to link together, and you form a little hybrid in your team, and it's just fun. It's just fun to use different players during team of the season like this. Pasveer, Hato, you got Taylor, you have Stein. He's kind of the star player, if you will, with 4 playstyle pluses. Noah Lang, Luke de Jong, Boscagli, Hansko. You guys remember the Hansko TOTS card from last year? He was so overpowered from Eredivisie team of the season. Watch out for that again this year. You've got Troy Parrott, and you even got a USA man, Tillman, in there as well. So watch out for the official stats on those cards as we head into today. Last leak, actually, related to the D1 Arkema, Selma Basha is going to be a honorable mention. So not leaked as in the TOTS squad, but an honorable mention card at the very least. I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm ready to see blue cards in my packs, because with that hype there, with those stats kind of being leaked and with those player names and really just seeing this image here in the game, I still have so many questions like, what are the TOTS highlights cards? Who's going to be getting a TOTS highlight? Are those SBCs? Are those only in packs? It sounds like they're going to be in packs based off some of the pack code that we saw. I still have so many questions though, but it is very close to learning. We're very close to learning just about everything for those cards. Now let's talk about the market a little bit, because I know a lot of you guys have questions on buying players for a team, buying players to hold, buying players you want to maybe just sell over the weekend. You're looking to make some flips. You're looking to make some long-term investments. Long-term, I don't like investing in very much. I'll be completely honest. Long-term holds in this game at this stage of the year do not end out really turning out pretty well. But I will say short-term flips and maybe buying somebody for your team this weekend could pay out pretty well. We've been watching the market crash all week, and I think now we're getting into the time where if you see a price that is low enough, I think is you gotta get ready to buy. 2.05 for Saliba. I mean, that's the lowest that I've seen him. Let me double check Footbin and make sure that that's not like up or whatever. But he has been all the way down as low as, yeah, this is the lowest that he's been on the market. He was 2.5 on Tuesday, and now we're at 2 mil flat for a card that was 2.8. Sure, we have the Taram SBC leak. He could be coming out. That could impact this guy Saliba's price. But at least this first weekend, how many team of the season cards, like compare that Pacho that we just looked at to this Saliba. Pacho had 93 pace, 95 defending, and 94 physical with 4 playstyle pluses, 2 of them being better than Saliba's 2. How is a card like this going to maintain its price over time long term when you have a consistent week in, week out release of TOTS cards with stats like these? It's not. Like, these cards are going to drop more over time. However, this weekend, some people are going to see the TOTS cards and probably think, it's not that great, or they're whatever, this, that. I don't want PSG links in my team. I need the Prem links, whatever, right? I want to go for the bigger name, more overpowered bodybuilding game with Saliba. So they go back and they buy this. I could see Saliba being 2.3 mil tomorrow night on Friday. He could rebound. It could absolutely happen. That could happen on a decent number of players. I'm just saying, you got to focus on the short-term flips. And if you want to buy somebody for Weekend League, go ahead and absolutely do it today. Buy somebody who's meta, who's very popular. Maybe be careful of like the left wing position. Those cards are very down because of an Evo leak that we're going to look at here in a second. And also because of the Due SBC. That's one of the biggest things still out there is how high rated is this Due going to be? Is he going to be 4 playstyle pluses? Would EA dare drop a 4 playstyle plus SBC? If it is, it's going to be expensive. That's going to make fodder move. So that's one investment that you could still be looking into. A little bit risky, but once the promo hits on Friday, people are going to be doing SBCs. And that might mean these fodder cards, after a little bit of pack supply, could be going up. So if you want to invest in fodder with Rivals rewards today, you could get involved a little bit. But that's just kind of the whole mystery of the market right now. How good is the content going to be today with the season pass? What's the reception of that going to be? Is that going to cause more panic on the market? I think that it could. I think a lot of people are worried that it could. 500,000 coins to pay for the season pass is definitely going to hurt the market a bit. However, could there actually be some rebounds afterwards if we get to some new low lows, if that makes sense? Like some prices of these cards, Zambrata 380, right? For the right back Evo that came out yesterday, he was not nearly as low as this. Sure, he was down from 600K to 450, but he went all the way to 360. Like, what if this card goes down to like 340 or 320 today because of people selling to go do the pass and pay for that with coins? Like, I think that's something you have to consider today with the market. But I think today could present some really good buying opportunities. Once again, I'll just stress it and say this. If you're going to buy something, make it rare, make it out of packs, make it meta, and make it a hype card, and don't plan to hold on to it for too long. I should have kept bidding on this Matuidi here. 1.5 mil is crazy, but I started recording the video, so there's that. I'm really not invested in anything right now except for a couple of fantasy cards. We flipped some stuff yesterday. We made some good profits, but right now I'm just waiting to see how things shake out today, and we'll make some moves on the market after that. Now, speaking of leaks, it looks like we have another 3 Playstyle Plus evolution. Even though we're about to get 4 Playstyle Plus players, a 3 Playstyle Plus evolution is finally going to come back to this menu game. We got the 90 rated left mid left wing evolution that was leaked yesterday. Allegedly, it gives finesse, technical, and quick step playstyles with low driven base 5-star inside forward plus a stat upgrade, of course, max 9 playstyles and max 3 positions. This was kind of the, I guess, third and final Bombazo, right? We looked at the Bombazo tweets yesterday from Foot Police Leaks. By the way, no news, not a peep on exchanges. So that sounds like it was more yap and more talk than anything else. Nothing actually concrete to follow up with those leaks. Once again, we're a little disappointed in that, but not too disappointed because we didn't get our hopes up too much in the first place because we saw where those leaks were coming from, not very credible places. Now, this is a credible leak because we know this guy, Foot Police, has been spot on with the Evos recently. So guess what? Left mids with a 3 Playstyle Plus evolution leak like this are zooming. Eden Hazard is actually down a little bit right now. This card yesterday was 400,000 coins. 420K, I think, was his absolute lowest on Tuesday. Yeah, 420. All the way up to 720,000 coins yesterday. He fits this Evo based on the requirements. So many other left mids fit this evolution. If you take a look at the Index 100 on Futbin, there are some crazy price increases for left mids on this game. Like Hyunmin Sun's 600,000. Nah, man, that's crazy. He's 600K. This card was 350,000 coins last week. 400,000 coins. Unbelievable price rise there. Nico Williams going up a lot. Just watch out for these left mids, right? That Barcola is up big. Definitely for this evolution. I think this Marmouche, yeah, he's got left wing as well. I think he's up for this evolution too. If you guys have invested in any left wings, you know what to do. Sell it in the hype just to be careful, just to be safe. But a lot of those left mids are up big time. I think Neymar actually too. Let's go look at Neymar's rush card. This Neymar rush just keeps flying up there for Evos. I believe he was almost 1 million coins yesterday. Yeah, he was not leaked until he was 790,000 coins on Tuesday. Yesterday it was leaked that he fits. He goes up to 930,000 coins. He's still just a shade under 900,000. So this is a big Evo, and this seems like a promo Friday tomorrow type of evolution. I don't think it would be today. So right now we have 2 main Evo leaks. We still have that Striker Evo that's 2 Playstyle Pluses allegedly giving low driven plus and first touch plus that we talked about earlier in the week. That one still has not dropped yet, which is very interesting. But this one seems to be like the one that we would get this weekend during League One, D1 Arkema, and Eredivisie Team of the Season. So that's something to watch out for sure for left mid to left wing type cards. And then other than that, for Thursday content today, let's be honest, it's a Thursday before Team of the Season. I'm not expecting a whole lot. It's going to be a day mostly filled of leaks and conversation about this brand new season pass, everything inside of it, and how it shakes out. We're going to be talking about it, going over the season pass, probably getting involved with it, and maybe getting our first paid season pass actually underway with the 500,000 coins today in the stream. You can come back here to the YouTube channel about an hour before content will be live, looking and talking through everything, looking through all the leaks as well. Hopefully we learn a little bit more about the Due SBC, and of course we'll be seeing how Rivals Rewards impacts the market and how everything shakes down today on a pretty wild first paid season pass day on FC25. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the stream today. Happy Thursday. It's been TheFutAccountant. Peace out.